So question 3 on the Google form is another probability question. It reads, a box contains 9 new light bulbs and 6 used light bulbs. Each light bulb is the same size and shape. Meredith is randomly going to pick 2 light bulbs from the box without replacement. That's the key word. We'll talk about that in a second. What is the probability Meredith will select a new light bulb and then a used light bulb? So without replacement or with replacement, if you see that in a problem, those are key words. Without replacement means that Meredith is selecting one light bulb and she's not putting it back in. She's screwing it into the light or whatever. It is no longer in the box. So that changes the probability we have of our second event. So that is super important. So with probability, whenever we're dealing with multiple events, let's first start by looking at one event at a time. So event 1, what is the probability Meredith will select a new light bulb? I'm going to put new in parentheses. So look back to the first sentence. There are 9 new light bulbs and 16 used light bulbs. So how many total light bulbs are there? Well, there's 9 new and 6 used. So there are 15 total light bulbs, and we want to know what is the probability that Meredith will select a new one. So out of those 15, 9 of them are the new light bulbs. So Meredith has a 9 out of 15 chance of selecting a new light bulb. Now, those keywords that I underlined, she took out the new light bulb and didn't put it back. So now the box no longer has 15 light bulbs because she took one out. So now the light bulbs, there are 14 of them. She took the new one out, didn't put it back. So there was 15, now there's 14. So the second event, what is the probability Meredith will select a new light bulb? We already looked at that. And then a used light bulb. So the first light bulb she picked was new. So that doesn't affect how many used light bulbs we have. It only affected the total. There are 6 used light bulbs. So Meredith has a 6 out of 14 chance to select a used light bulb. So now we have our 2 events. So now we need to multiply these together. So there's actually 2 ways to do this. I'm going to do each way. The first way is just to multiply both of our fractions as they are. So again, when we're multiplying fractions, we multiply the numerators together. So 9 times 6 is 54 over, then on the denominators, we're going to multiply those together. So I have 54 over 210. Now, 54 over 210, that is not simplified. So your answer needs to be simplified. So 54 over 210, we just need to find numbers that go into both of those. I know that 2 goes into both of those. So I'm going to divide both of those by 2, and then I'm going to see if I can take it down even further. So I'm left with 27 over 105. So I know that 3 goes into both of those numbers, so I still can reduce this further. 27 divided by 3 is 9. 105 divided by 3 is 35. Now I can't think of any number that goes into 9 and 35 off the top of my head, so that is our final answer. She has a 9 out of 35 chance of that happening. So right around a quarter. 9 out of 35 is right around 25%. So that's one way to do it. The other way to do it is 6 over 14. You could reduce that from the start. Same thing with the 9 over 5. 9 over 5, 3 goes into both of those. So 9 over 5 is really 3 over 5 because 3 goes into both of those. And with the 6 and the 14, 2 goes into both of those. So if we reduce 6 over 14, that would be 3 over 7. So now when we multiply these together, it's already going to be reduced. 3 times 3 is 9 over 5 times 7 is 35. So either way, we should get the same answer. It's just sort of personal preference. If you like to reduce at the end, or if you like to reduce from the start, so when you multiply it, you don't have to reduce anymore. It's really just personal preference.